Happening plebs, it's been a while, hasn't it, since I made a video. So this is going to be one of these sort of longer types GYGO Chat thing that I've done in the past. I'm really just going to sit here and speak. So if you want to alt tab and play some video games or Duel or something, you just want to listen to me in the background, that's fine, go ahead. There's nothing really going on here, nothing special, just watching some Ojama. Yeah, anyway, so where have I been? The past week or so I haven't made any videos, haven't streamed, haven't interacted on Facebook. It's been a complete ghost town on my Facebook and on my social media, just everything. I've been thinking long and hard about the future of this channel, the future of myself, and also how I feel right now about the game itself. So first and foremost, I'm not going to Nationals or Euros this year because I feel like if I wanted to try and crowdfund on YouTube, or sorry, on my Twitch, stream regularly, and also try work a little bit harder on YouTube, I would be able to potentially save up the money to go to Euros and Nationals. But I feel like it would be a bit of a strain that I could handle and a strain that I could work through, but a strain that I don't feel is worth working through. Euros would cost me something about £500, all inclusive, everything expensive taken together. 500. That's a lot of money because Euros this year is hosted in Amsterdam, which is not a cheap city. The flights look about to be 150. Accommodations about 150, so that's 300. Food, etc., etc., about 150, give or take, for the whole weekend. Food is pretty expensive over there. I'm sure I could get it down cheaper, but at least for a comfortable sort of Euros, it's going to be 400 to 500, and that's 400 to 500. I feel like I could, manage, but it's a strain that I'm not willing to go through. Which brings me on to my second point, and it's also why I'm not going to Nationals. So we probably talk about why I'm not going to Nationals as well in the first place. So Nationals is obviously a lot cheaper. Accommodation, it's probably like 150 max. 100-ish, 100 to 150. Travel is like 30 to 50 on a coach. It's not very far. The UK is smaller than like fucking New York, so it's not hard to like travel through. Not expensive, so it would cost about 200 for everything, all inclusive, for the weekend, which is something I can manage. Now, last year I made a lot of videos on the road to Nationals. I was talking about all the different cards and techs and going over all kinds of things and discussing it. It was a great time, fun, life, etc. This year means I would have to go through all that monetary stress, which would be fine. But then I have to ask myself, do I want to go through all that hassle of trying to scrape together money to go to a place that I don't really want to go to in the first place? Fun fact, I'm extremely introverted, to the point of like hikikomori level of like introverted. I generally like hate like leaving the house unnecessarily. I know that might probably not be surprising as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but yeah, I suffer from a lot of like anxiety and stuff if I have to travel abroad. So I hate leaving for extensive periods at time, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Well, I would have done it if I had to. But do I want to put myself through all that stress, through all that sort of discomfort, through all that financial problems and stress, etc., to play a game, not so much a game, but a format that I don't enjoy? I have never in my entire life been so disillusioned, so uninterested, so uncaring about something as I have for Yu-Gi-Oh right now. And it boils down to one card. Masterpiece. Primarily, but there's a whole lot of other reasons. I am not interested in playing in a format where Masterpiece is a card where I'm not going to ramble about this too much. I've done a video on Masterpiece, but I've made my opinions very clear about Masterpiece, the fun slaying king. Okay, Masterpiece has taken out all the fun out of this format, so I'm just not interested in playing it. So I'm not going to play this format because it's not fun for me. So why would I go through all that stress and money and problems and blah 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 to go play a game that I don't enjoy right now? I'm not interested in playing against Masterpiece. Just not interested. Why should I sit there and get dicked on by a fucking monster, unaffected by my entire deck, and I have to draw kaiju or make sure that I can somehow, some way, just out this stupid, ridiculous monster that you can spit out every turn. I'm just not interested right now. So, I think it goes without saying, that's the primary reason. I mean, like, fusion substitute combo is still a thing. Zoo is still absurd if it like opens like any 2-card combination of like any of its like 30 cards that go into like a Zoo play and a level 4. Fusion sub is still a completely degenerate. Masterpiece is completely ignorant. Lawn mowing decks are the only viable options after that, and they are way too luck based. Not completely luck based, of course, but way more luck based than I would really like for it to be. This guy just summoned Ojama Yellow. Pass. Okay. So anyway, yeah, the format is just. I'm not going to say it's bad, because some people like this type of format. Some people enjoy this. Oh, True King of Calamities as well. I didn't mention that. That's another completely cancer card that exists in this game currently, and Konami thought was fair. And the only really other deck that I'm sort of interested in playing is something like Pendulums. I think Zephyras and the new Magicians look cool, but whether we have a new Floodgate called Unending Nightmare, or as I would like to call it, Unending Fun for Pendulum players. So I would like to maybe play Pendulum decks, but Konami now have 9 cards in the game that totally shut that deck down. Anti-Spell Strike, D-Barrier, and Unending Fun. So the only deck that interests me is that deck, which is countered by 12 cards, potentially. The next deck would be Spyros, and I've been enjoying Spyro Grass, but it's not, you know, tournament winning level of good. It's good, but it's not, you know, completely like broken good. Aha, that was his plan all along, to attack with Ojama Yellow and Double Horn of the Phantom Beast. Nice. So, the format is crap and I don't care. Now, moving on. The future of the channel. So, this is something that I think might be a little bit surprising, but maybe unsurprising at the same time. I was never going to do this YouTube thing. I was never going to do this sort of, I don't want to say like fame-based thing, but when you're being watched by thousands of people, like as an entertainer, that's I wasn't going to do this forever. This channel, this project, was never meant to be permanent. This was never meant to be a for life thing. This was always something to keep me going until I got into my career choice, and which is why I've been away for the last week. I've successfully got into my career choice, and I should obviously be a lot happier about that, but at the same time a little bit sad, because I know that this is going to end one day, what I'm doing now. After all the hard work that I've been putting in for the last year and a half of gaining experience and preparing myself for all the 4 interviews that I went to, 3 actually, 3 interviews, that number slowly diminishes as he remembers what he did with his life. A lot of effort. Thankfully, I'm going to be doing something meaningful, and I'm really happy with my career choice, and I wouldn't have it either way. So thankfully, I am 100% going down that path, and It's all good. What does that mean? Well, since I got formally accepted into like my course, and then the subsequent placement and probation I get put onto after that, I've realized, well, I've got my career choice. My career is all planned and ready to go, and that's it. I should be happy. Well, that's why I took a step back from YouTube, because it's like, well, I've got where I'm accepted. I'm formally accepted. I've got it done. I'm starting in August, and not interested in really this anymore. There's a lot of things, a lot of cool goals and hallmarks and stuff I'd like to meet and I'd like to like get to, but as of right now, I don't think that I either care enough to achieve those goals or that I don't want to do them in the long term. So yeah, that's the TLDR about why I've been away. Haven't been like really enjoying the format, number one. So I haven't cared about the game as much. I haven't cared about the format as much. That's number one. Number two, there's nothing that really makes me enjoy the game to the point where I want to keep doing it forever. And the fact that I got into my career choice means that, well, I now know that there is pretty much an official date on when I have to wrap it all up and say goodbye to the plebs. But we'll jump that hurdle when we get to, because I'm not going to say anything is definite and cemented. What I do know is that there's going to be one of three options. Number one, four options really. Four options. Number one, completely shut down Glasgow YGO. Make my peace with it. Say goodbye. Move on. That's number one. Before you ask, I can't give the channel to Duncan, okay? I've already suggested to Duncan that he takes over. The truth is, Duncan doesn't want to be a YouTuber. Duncan loves the game. He enjoys playing it. He's going to be playing it for the foreseeable future, but he doesn't want to be a YouTuber, which is very understandable. I don't know why anyone would realistically want to do this. I can promise you that a lot of people get into this, and then they stop because they realize it's not for them, or they're not getting 1 million subscribers like as fast as they would expect. But for the most part, it's not really an enjoyable thing to do. It takes a very special kind of personality to do something like this. I sort of fit that category, and I think I've done well, and I've enjoyed it. But is it long term? Is it permanent? No, never, no way. Even if I didn't get into my career path and stuff like that, I don't think I'd do this permanently. It's not easy. Both like technically easy in terms of making good videos, and in terms of your fucking mental well-being. Being this out there in the limelight, like for the world to see, is pretty taxing on you personally. So I'm not going to do this permanently, regardless if I got into my career choice or not. So number one, that's one of the future options. I'm going to completely shut this place down. Number two, what could potentially be one of the more likely outcomes is I will keep the channel up, and I will upload a video once in a blue moon, whenever I feel like it. I have some ideas for what I would like to do sporadically. I'd like to do skits, real life comedy sketches, Yu-Gi-Oh related obviously. Maybe the occasional like sort of discussion, something like that. Very infrequent, maybe once like a month or something at best. So that's the second option. The third option, which is probably what it will be, I'm going to convert the channel into something else. I have some ideas that me and my friends have always wanted to do for a long time, and it's something that we could end up doing. A different type of channel, not related to Yu-Gi-Oh at all, and we'll just use my channel currently as a springboard for our goals, right? So that is maybe the most likely outcome. It could even happen way before August. So just to let you know now. At which point I understand you only came here for Yu-Gi-Oh. You only came here for this, so you can leave. I understand. If you want to unsubscribe, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all kinds of like amazing things and times that I've had over the years. But if you're not interested in the thing that we'll be doing after, then you can leave and I won't be upset. Of course, I understand you joined for a certain thing, and if you want to stick around for something else, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's cool. And the fourth potential outcome of this whole thing is I keep doing it. That is the fundamental least likely thing to outcome to happen. I might just keep doing this. I might just keep making videos as I am now. That is extremely unlikely. That is extremely unlikely. Both because of time, because the work that I'll be doing is one of the most work-intensive professions that someone can really do. So it'll be a lot of hard work, and I just won't have the time to do this, especially married and just having more better interests than staring down a fucking masterpiece. Like, I have better things to do with my life than stare down a masterpiece. So that's that's the four likely outcomes. Number one, I just shut the place down. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Like, I've made a lot of mistakes on this channel. I've done a lot of bad things, and a lot of, I wouldn't say bad things, but I've done things really not the way that they should have been done. I've fucked up a lot. I've stepped on things that I shouldn't have stepped on, and I've approached things I shouldn't have approached, and I've done projects and series and gone through things that I feel like I would have done differently. So I'll just put it all behind me and get rid of it. Number two, I'll keep the channel alive, and I'll just make a video once every like blue moon whenever I feel like it. Number three, the more likely outcome is I'll convert the channel and I'll make it a different project. And you're probably wondering, how the fuck are you going to find time for this different project? Well, my friends will be doing the bulk of the work. I'd sort of become their responsibility, and it'll be a joint project between us all, but for the most part they'll be the ones doing the work because I just won't have the time for it. And number four, I keep doing what I'm doing, but that's not gonna happen, trust me. So that's essentially what it's come down to. So I don't really have anything to say now, so yeah. If you take anything away from this video, just understand that please don't unsubscribe yet, okay? Because I still have my target of 20k to get to. Based on my statistics, I should be able to hit 20k by August. If not, rip, oh well. But for the most part, I should be able to hit 20k. So keep the subscribing coming. I'd really appreciate that. That's my goal. That was always my goal from the beginning. I felt like 20,000 subs was a respectable number to have in Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as Yu-Gi Tubing goes. Maybe if I played something like Call of Duty, I would have set a target of like 100,000, but I'm not a COD player, fortunately. So yeah, this is essentially where we're gonna end off. So TLDR, don't like the game right now, so that's why I was away. Not going to Nationals and Euros because it's too expensive, and even if I did try to make an amount of money to be able to afford it, just not interested in going to do well in the first place, because number one, I suck at this game, and number two, even if I did suck at this game, there's no decks that particularly interest me to be able to not like try and not suck at this game. And number three, I will, you know, be going away at some point this later summer, and it's looking likely that this channel will become something completely different than what it looks like. So that's the video. If you've watched this far, give me hashtag #TopDeckedMaxC, because this guy just apparently top decked Maxi into a full board of special summons and zoo combos and metal force painters. Rip him, poor guy. So if you've watched this far, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support and all that stuff you guys have been giving me over the years, and yeah. Curious to know how long you've been subscribed for. I know some people have only been subscribed for a few months. Some people have been subscribed since the fucking. If you've been here since 2014, man. Whew, are you wow. I wouldn't wish my first few videos on anyone, because they sucked. They still suck actually, but they sucked more back then. So hashtag #TopDeckedMaxC if you've watched this far. I'd like to know. Just give me your thoughts, whatever. So this has been GYGO Chat number like 4 or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah. So that's about everything I have to say. Thank you for being my emotional punch bag in release out there, where I can just lie back and just talk to my online ventriloquist. Wait, what? Ventriloquist? I think I mean psychiatrist. And just talk about the future and where and what and the fuck is going on with the life and shit. So, hashtag TopDeckMaxi if you've watched this far. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.